Hey Math 96 friends, it's Debbie, and we are continuing our function exploration. And in this particular section, 3.6, we talk about the definition of a function. And I have a pretty informal definition of a function right here. It's a relation when each input, which is the x value, is related to exactly one output. Typically, that would be the y value. So a function would be something like, I know that if x is equal to a specific number, say 2, then y can only be equal to one specific answer. So if I know what x is, I know that y can only be one and only one thing. So you're going to be given a lot of graphs in this particular section where you have to say whether or not the following graphs represent y as a function of x. There is something called the vertical line test. And the vertical line test says that if I draw a bunch of vertical lines through my graph, if it touches more than one point in the graph, then that means it is no longer considered a function, or not considered a function, never considered a function. So let's look at this example, this top graph. If I were to draw a vertical line, say right here, then I have 2 points on the graph. The 2 points are when x is 1, y is 1, that's this point right here, and the other point is 1, 3. That breaks the rule, because by definition, if a function has an x value of 1, it should only go to one particular y value, 1, 1, but this one also says 1, 3. The fact that I have 2 values coming out of my x part means that that is not a function. This is not a function because when x is 1, y can be 2 different values. That's not a function. So let's look at this next one. Again, this one, oh my gosh, if x is 1, y is here, and here, and here. So if x is 1, y goes to 3 different values. That is definitely not a function. That's breaking the rules. Now let's look at this. I could draw a vertical line all day long, anywhere. Will I ever cross and get more than 1 point on the graph? No, I will not. Every time I put in a value, -3, -2, 0, 1, it actually all goes to one particular value, and that is the y is 2. And at first glance, you might think, oh, is it a function or is it not a function? Don't look at what's happening with the y values. Look at what is happening with the x values. Do I have only one paired value for all of these x's? Yes, they all go to only one value. Every input, -3, -2, 0, 1, goes to one and only one value. That means that this is a function. In addition, it passes the vertical line test. All right, in this case, look at that. I can build vertical lines all day long, and you know what? They will always just go to through one point. So this also is a function. Let's look at this guy. Let's draw some fun. Let's have some fun drawing vertical lines. Here's some vertical lines. Do you see anywhere where if I draw a vertical line, it will cross more than one place in the graph? No, you don't. What does that mean? That means that yes, this is a function. Okay, let's do a vertical line here too. And at first glance, it's like, oh, okay, does it or does it not? If I cross here, it only crosses here. If I cross here, it's here. If I draw a vertical line at the y-axis, it only crosses here. It's incremental, but indeed, every single x value only goes to one y value. That means that this is a function. In addition, you will have to go and do some work with tables. The short of it is on your x values, and only the x values. Really, whether or not something is a function is only determined by what is happening with these x values. As long as each one gets matched to only one value, then that means that it would, yes, indeed, be a function. In this particular case, though, the answer is no. Because of this, the number 1 can be matched with 2, but the number 1 also is matched with the number 5. So as long, and here's the cheat of this, if all of the values in the x column are unique and different, like this example, no x values are repeated. That means that this one, indeed, yes, is a function. This one is not because of those ones. This one is not because of these ones. How about that last one? Is that a function or is that not a function? I'm going to look at this x column. Every x value is unique. That means that this is a function. Okay, please let me know if you have any questions. I am here to answer them.